Hello, Taylor.
Hello, Olivia. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. How are you? Okay. So, Taylor, one thing that you and I do have in common is that we do both really love to travel. I mean, that's something that you like. Yes?
I like traveling with other people are paying for it. Yeah. Which, to be fair, you do too.
Same. Same. And I've been traveling a lot lately. And so have you. You've been traveling a lot for work. I say I'm traveling for work. I mean, it sounds professional, right? It sounds like I sound believable.
Do you feel better when you say that you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I feel a lot better when I say that I'm traveling for work, but I am.
Most people make money when they travel for work, not spend tens of thousands of dollars.
We'll get there. When we have a review of the things, I'm sure my financial advisor will tell me how much money I spent.
Which is funny because he's a financial advisor, so he should know a lot about investments. All he does is he puts another big chunk of investment into you every week and still waiting on that first return.
I'm his daily investment. This is the heavenly investment. When he dies, Jesus will say, "Oh yes, come on in." That's the investment. It's not a worldly one.
He's like the rich young man. The rich young man in the Bible walks away sad because he couldn't walk away from his many possessions. Your husband is the rich young man, but then Jesus is like, "But you were married to live, so you come on in."
Exactly. Same. So the thing is that actually what's funny is that one of the places that I've been traveling to a lot is the Northeast, as you know, because Veritas is a network that has taken this show and put it on the radio. I think it's on, oh, for the love. This is where I stink because I'm not good at numbers. Obviously, this is why I'm married.
There's a real way to fix this.
How?
Just don't mention it.
Well, now they're on AM and they're on FM. Put it in Veritas if you're in Connecticut and in New York area. Also, they have an app. But I like to go up there and I like to do things like when I'm there. There's certain places I like to go. I like to stay. So, Taylor, have you been one of those people where like you have something that you do go for work often and you've kind of gotten in with the people, or there's certain restaurants you like?
Me and Sioux City, Iowa.
Really?
Are so tight. That's like my place, man.
Sioux City, Iowa?
Yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere. I fly into literally a different state in order to get to Sioux City, Iowa. They come pick me up. But I've been there like 6 times for like, I think 4 or 5 their youth conferences. It's the first big diocesan thing I ever did.
Yeah.
So I sang for it. I've done keynotes. I've emceed. I've said mass. Maybe not that one, but I've done almost everything for this diocese. I've done the men's conference. So I've been to Sioux City, Iowa quite a bit.
A lot. Like,
when you're here, you're family.
So do you have spots? Do you have like food that you really enjoy and that you can't wait to have, and people that you definitely are like, "Hey man, I'm coming into town"?
Yeah. So there's a few priests that I'm really excited to see. Like Father Patrick, Father Travis, who was just Travis when I met him.
No,
he's my age. We're like friends. I've seen him in multiple places across the country.
Seriously,
he was in seminary in St. Louis, and I went and visited St. Louis. I saw then Deacon Travis. So yeah, there's
cool.
People, there's one place to eat, and it's not like super
one place
fancy.
in Sioux City.
Pretty close. One place. You asked like places that we've gone.
Okay,
before, right?
okay. You have one place that's your place. Okay.
It's called Who Hot. Have you ever heard of Who Hot?
Stop.
I'm serious.
Is this real?
Yeah, it's real.
Spell it.
It's HU space HOT. So it's a Mongolian grill.
Who Hot?
Who Hot. It's a Mongolian grill. So like
really?
Chinese stuff, but it's like.
Do they cook it there for you, or you cook it at your table? Which way?
So that's like the hibachi. It's kind of a little bit of both, right? So
okay.
You go through. You've never been to a Mongolian grill?
No, I haven't.
So it's kind of like think salad bar.
Yeah.
Where you go through and you pick all the things that you want. You put all the things you want
like
into
salada.
A bowl, except it's like meat and the veggies, right?
Okay.
And then you take it to this big thing that they cook on.
Okay.
And they cook it all. They put it together with either noodles or rice or whatever. So you walk to your table with the fully cooked food.
Oh, you wait.
Yeah, you wait. And you get to like watch them make it. It's actually really cool. So it's like a Mongolian grill.
Sioux City, Iowa.
So like Genghis Grill is another chain of
right.
those, right? So Who Hot is the one up there. So every time we go and I don't eat at Who Hot, I'm disappointed because
You're sad.
I look forward to it for weeks.
It's your place. That's so funny because I have a place in. Well, I did this show with an audience at my favorite place in Stamford, Connecticut, which I know
a bit higher end than Who Hot.
really the Columbus Park Trattoria, which I don't know how to say that word. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize.
If
But
you can't say it correctly, I can't afford it.
well, exactly. Nice. But the last time I was in Stamford, because when I go, you and I are different. When I go on a trip, I go for a long time because it's just, I don't know why. You're like able to fly in, fly out. Like you went to LA in like 24 hours. You went to Seattle in like 24 hours. Like you're able to do that. I go to New York. I'm like, I got to stay. I get a car. I go visit people. That's not your jam.
I have to come home and work. I have to make money.
That's the part. There it is. I wasn't sure what the difference was. I mean, we're so similar,
The
Taylor.
difference between you and I is I have to work for what I get.
Is that what it is? Got it. Okay. I understand. But I found this Chinese restaurant. I was trying to be good. Every night I was like going out with people and I was like, people are going to be like, why are we babysitting Liv? She keeps coming into Connecticut and we're so tired of it. Nobody wants to hang out with her anymore.
Well, that's why we have to send you there. That's how we feel here.
Probably. That's exactly probably why I go so often. And so I get up there and whatever, it's like day 4. And so I decide, I'm going to watch Friends in the hotel room. I have a hotel room that I have a hotel now that I love. I will only stay at this one hotel. I will only stay in this one room. Like I am becoming ridiculous about Stamford, Connecticut. Nowhere else.
I've never gotten that. Like hotels,
but Stamford.
It's like, I mean, it's a bed and a bathroom and a door. And if you're having a good trip, you're not staying there.
I will tell you where. It is room 901. I think that's the room. And it is massive. It is awesome. It's got multiple windows, multiple like walls of windows. Like it's a corner. It's a corner room and it's huge and it's fantastic and I love it.
So just checking, room 901 at this hotel in Connecticut is what you wanted to cover today.
Anyway, I ordered up this Chinese food, right? I just went on DoorDash or whatever because I thought, I'm going to be good. I'm going to stay in the room. I'm not going to bother anybody because I hate being a bother, which I'm sure Taylor does not believe. And I have to tell you this, and this is why I was asking because I think it's so random. It is to this day the best Chinese food I've ever had in my life. Like I'm talking New York City. I'm talking until this, it was Italy. I'm not, the best Chinese food I ever had was Italy. Don't do that face. I'm serious. There's a reason why Italy has great Italian food. Wait.
Golly. This segment is something else. I'm usually not happy to be here. I'm really happy to be here right now, just watching this.
You're the worst. You are the worst. There's a reason why Chinese food is so fantastic in Italy.
When you go to Connecticut, 901. When you go to Italy, I didn't know if you knew this. They have Italian food, but don't order it. It's not the best Italian food and authentic and the reason to go there. Get Chinese takeout.
Stop. That is not what I said.
It's 100% what you said.
So Sioux City, Iowa. Tell me something else great about Sioux City that people will be shocked about. For real. Coffee. Is there a park?
This is switching gears.
Yeah, that's fine.
The bishop there is tremendous.
Really?
Yeah, to the point where like usually when there's like diocesan events, you would think like, oh, who's the head of the diocese, the bishop? Usually they're there, but usually they come in, they say mass, and then they're out.
They do like the princess wave,
right?
Like
100%.
The royalty wave, and you're like, oh my gosh, the bishop.
But he comes to every event and he sits there. He has sat through the first keynote I ever did for any diocesan conference ever. He sat in the front row, and I was terrified. And we introduced at the end, and it was great. The next
What's his name? Well, you might not remember now on the spot.
Bishop Nicholas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always have Santa Claus in my head.
You're right. He's like, he was a bishop. So,
but like, I've gone back and he just hears somehow that like, not physically hears, but like, like the check-in people are like, oh, Taylor Stroll's here. He's called me to his office.
Stop.
To like, just to say hi, give me a hug, shake hands.
Are you serious?
Ask how I'm doing. Like just a tremendously genuine
like a bishop,
person.
like what a real, like a
it's,
bishop.
Yeah, that's kind of rare,
Yeah.
And like I did a breakout session one time for the men's conference,
Mm-hmm.
and like 4 people came Because there's like real big names talking there, like the big people there, and they're just like Taylor's doing
Pope
the music.
Francis,
And
Cardinal DiNardo,
he came
Taylor
and, like,
Stroll.
sat there, listened, like asked questions. Like it's just like
How
that
sweet.
relationship has just been really special for me because church authority is rough sometimes, and him being the exact opposite has been really cool.
That's really cool.
Even better than Who Hut. It's close.
What do you love in Sioux City, Iowa? Who Hut and the Bishop.
Yeah. You know what room he's in? In the office?
Stop.
It's a corner office.
I'm just saying, I never had a corner. That's not true. I have you ever had a corner hotel room before? Like one of those, don't
Pay
do this to
attention.
me. Don't. Come on, Taylor. I'm serious. Like, have you ever just gotten, like, they just gave you like a really crazy cool room? You know what I mean? You get paid to go places. People actually pay you to come.
Yeah, exactly.
And they pay for you while you're there. They pay you and they pay for you while you're there. That has never happened to me, Taylor.
I'm a hot commodity.
You are. And people are like, dang it. It's my turn to babysit Liv. So yeah, they probably were being nice and gave me the big room, but you never got like upgraded on anything before. What's the biggest upgrade you ever had on a travel? First class?
So this is literally this last trip that I took.
To LA?
I now have status with my airline to get free, first class upgrades for my flights. And if there's not first class, it's all like based on status or whatever, right? So like, like the business people who fly every week, they have higher status. But, like, I have status. So now like I'm not one of the cattle anymore, So like I'll get free first class upgrades when they're available. If not, then I'll get like the business class. And if that's not available, I'll get like at least the preferred seats that usually like, because I'm a large human being, I've paid for them before, like an extra $40 or $80 or whatever to get the extra
for the leg room, it's worth
all free
it
now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm really excited about
That's
that.
exciting. Did you know before the last flight, or is it happening now?
So I literally,
Like, did you get to use the status?
Not yet. So I earned it with this one. And, I'm feeling real good about it. I ain't gonna lie.
Now you know how the other half lived.
I've never had anything fancy in my life. And I earned it by having other people pay for it.
See, you did it the right way. You did it the right way. When's your next flight? Do you get to see anytime soon? Will you get to have the status? Are you going to Iowa?
It'll probably have happened by the time this releases, but I've got flights in March. I've got flights this summer. So I'm going to be flying real nice.
I think you should come to Ireland with me. I think then you could go first class to Ireland.
They wouldn't let me out. I look like one of them. It's the tallest leprechaun I've ever seen.
That would be funny. I love it. Well, whenever we come back, we're going to have an incredible guest where we will continue talking about travel and some other things. You guys, don't go anywhere. You are tuned into It's Not That Late with Liv Harrison.